My name's Alena Malik and I'm a first year resident. My fondest, I don't have a single memory I'd say, but I did my medical school in London, and my fondest collection of memories would be just exploring the city with my friends. There's lots to do in London, it's a beautiful city, so I feel very lucky to have been able to live there for that time. My parents are both doctors and they really inspired me. They're both just very clever, very compassionate, hardworking people, and I just wanted to be that sort of person. Also, I find in medicine, it's a very fascinating subject. You're always learning, you're a lifelong learner, and you get to meet so many people from all walks of life, and I don't think there's many professions that combine all of those things together, so that's why. I was 16, I think, and I worked in my friend's mum's nursery. She owned like nurseries, like kindergartens, and I worked there in the summer, and it was great for the first hour, and then it was exhausting. So my favourite holiday is Halloween, I think. I generally just like the autumnal season. It gets quite cozy. I like it when it becomes a little bit more rainy and the days get shorter, and Halloween is just a fun time. And plus you can have sweets whenever you want, or candy whenever you want. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Very nice. So it's a little boring, but I usually go for just an Americano, like a black Americano. Sometimes I'll get a cappuccino with a double shot of espresso because we always need caffeine. So this is quite simple, and I kind of want to quote something profound, but really the best practical life advice I've received is from my mum, who has always told me to never accept failure or never accept defeat, and just throughout life that's always carried me through. We go through ups and downs, and that's the thing that's always pushed me to continue. She's like, you can be sad and you can be upset about things, but don't give up and don't accept defeat. So that's what I'd say is my most valuable piece of life advice. I have a lot. I'd say at the moment here I've discovered these chocolate covered raspberries, which are just addictive, and I have to stop myself from buying them because I will just finish the whole pack. And it sounds like it should be healthy, but if you have a whole pack multiple times, it's not quite as healthy as you think. So I don't have a single encounter that I will say, but rather like a collection of encounters, and that's working in the ICU in London. I remember a lot of patients who are intubated for a long time. They sometimes need to have a tracheostomy, so like the little thing in their neck. And for the beginning part, they can't speak. So they can be awake, but they can't speak until they start to get a little bit better, and you can put what's called a speaking valve in. And I always found it really memorable and quite a beautiful thing when you go in the morning and they're well enough to have the speaking valve, and they say hello to you in the morning and they have their voice back. And I've always found that to be quite a memorable moment. So any patient that's happened to that I've looked after, it's always stood out to me as, it signifies a step in the right direction. They're headed the right way in terms of recovery, but also it's just nice to hear someone's voice, and it's nice for them because I can imagine it being quite frustrating if you can't vocalize, what you need or how you're feeling.